pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Welcome everybody to the September 11th Board of Selectmen meeting. Roll call. Joe Bailey here.
John Hotchkiss here.
John Colery.
Okay. And I just want to make note of 16 years ago today of what happened with 9/11 again. It doesn't seem like 16 years ago, does it?
Anyone who cannot remember exactly where you were when you heard about it?
Yep, sitting in front of television.
I was in the process of getting ready to leave Old Town, go to Bailey Domain for a funeral for Amy's grandfather. And she was getting ready and I was watching on TV.
It's akin to remembering where you were when Kennedy was killed. Okay? Don't forget.
All right, so signature actions, minutes from the Board of Selectmen meeting, 8/28/2017. That's the least amount I've ever think I've ever seen in general for signature stuff. One item.
I move that we accept the minutes Board of Selectmen meeting dated August 28th as written.
I second. Any further discussion on it? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we'll go right into old business. Vault stickers. As everybody is aware, I think it'd be something neat like that. What we have done is basically last spring we had, I think 40 tons more bulk pickup than ever before.
Nearly twice what it was the previous spring.
Okay. And we had noticed, and it was awesome of our observations of riding around town, that we had some people that we know of don't have family and stuff like that, set of mattresses and box springs in front of the yard and all this other stuff. Or observed some place down there on 153, people in a dump truck blow stuff on the side of the road, somebody didn't even live there. Okay, so this has become a drop-off place for, I think, as a friends and family plan. So we have to come up with some way to mitigate what's going on in Middleton. It's nice that people want to get rid of stuff, but I don't think the taxpayers should have to pay for it. So we kind of like get some ideas that other towns do stickers. If you come in, you purchase them, $10 a piece. One, so if you have a bed with a box spring, you put a sticker on it. That's one thing. We entertained the thought of possibly even doing away with the program altogether. Okay. There's been a lot of controversy on Facebook about this, and discussion groups in town. Okay. And what we have kind of sort of done is we still want to do the stickers. I think this will kind of mitigate the out-of-town people who want to bring their stuff over and drop it off. Going back and forth with some of the comments out there that to start the program out because people don't know about it, and we have a bulk pickup starting here pretty quickly that we're going to do bulk mailing. Okay, people want every household should get 2 free stickers to start. Okay, then after that they'll have to be purchased. If you have more than that, you have to purchase it. Now you have a dining room table and 4 chairs. We consider that one bulk pickup, not 5.
Can you clarify that, because that's not what was said at the last meeting? Can you confirm that that's what it means?
Well, no, we can't. I'm not going to send out a full page thing on the whole thing.
No.
What we're going to do is we're going to send this out.
I understand that, Joe, but at the last meeting, John said if you have put out a dining room table and 4 chairs, that's 5 stickers for $50. He said that specifically. So can you confirm that if you put out a dining room set, that's 1 sticker?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So what we're going to do, bulk pickup is October 3rd, effective immediately. We decided we're going to add some more to this before we put it out. Bulk waste stickers are required. Stickers are $10 each and can be purchased at the municipal office. Waste management will not collect household bulk items without a sticker. Household items only. No electronics, tires, building materials, construction debris, or hazardous material. And we're also putting down any household appliances such as AC units, washer, dryer, stoves, refrigerators, none of that stuff. Freezers, nothing of that sort, okay? There's two free stickers with proof of residency at the town office during business hours. It's the fairest way we can do it. We'll put the boat mailing out immediately, so we had talked about maybe contacting the school for this, if kids take something home well without.
Yeah, they didn't respond.
We'll just do the bulk mailing and then be done with it.
Are you gonna do every house? You do it through the post office, you pick the routes, you can pick all the Middleton routes. That's how we did it for the school. It's much cheaper than doing a bulk postcard.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with the school.
So every
There'll be a few
house,
people
every
probably
summer.
get missed and we'll inform them and make whatever, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure it's not gonna be a perfect way of doing it starting out. Now, I'm sure we're gonna need a lot of feedback about how unperfect that we are. So, just don't say that up front that we're unperfect, okay? But we're gonna start the program and we wanna see it continue. But if it gets out of hand, we just may have to discontinue with the program. So, I think after last spring, I don't see what people that throw away now anyhow. They're very busy coming back, so. But so this is what they will be recorded. So if Joanne Cossey comes in and she wants her to do free, she will get number 1 and 2, and Laura's gonna record who gets them. So that way we know. If one, now I'm not saying that, you know.
You're not gonna go checking trash on the side.
No, but I can see
Matching numbers.
Joanne has a friend on town like that. Here, come take one of mine and put it out here. You know, something. You get two free stickers.
What you do with it is your business.
Is that just for this year start?
Just for this year
Then
only.
going forward, okay.
We're going forward. Buy as you go. Yeah, go ahead. Joanne, you said first.
Are you, you're saying that, you're going to recognize each person as they come in. Or are you going to have a control list to make sure that Mr. Jones doesn't come in right after Mrs. Jones to the same address as before?
She's gonna be
It's
recorded.
by address.
By address.
So
It's
you
not
have
by
a
person, it's gonna
checklist?
be by address. So that 24 Silver Street, only get 2 bulk pickup tickets, that's it.
So if you have people living in your basement, you're still the household only gets 2, is what I'm gonna,
So I just wondered how you manage your checklist because
by address.
See, a lot of times, in a spreadsheet, if you type in the address, and if you put it in a second time, it all being populates, that means it's already in there once. So,
okay, got it.
okay?
So,
No,
is there a charge or not?
you just, coming up, you get 2 free ones,
Two
as long as you
free.
come and get them, okay?
Yep.
That will start the process of who gets what.
So they're not $10 a piece.
Just this year.
If you want 3, the third one costs you $10.
So that has changed.
That's just this fall. Then going forward after this fall, in the
It'll be-
spring, you have to pay.
Pay as you go. Yes.
Now, what's the logic behind that? Why isn't it
Because this
gonna, why
is-
isn't it gonna?
Because we're only
be
starting it
next
this way to
year?
see how it works.
Yeah.
Like that, we can't change the program as we go. At this point, we're gonna start it, see how it works, and if we have to reconfigure it later on, we can do that. So,
What happens if somebody brings in 2 or 3 mattresses and leaves them out in front of Laura's house and there's no stickers on them?
well, hopefully we can find out who it is and we can turn around and have them picked up and charged for littering.
And if you
Illegal dumping.
can't, then we still have to pay for it.
No, I mean, look, we can't fix everything, I don't know.
No, they're gonna leave it inside the boat. They're not gonna pick it up, no tags
Right,
on it.
so,
Right.
so she ends up
And
with
it
it
gets
from
up,
her
but it
house.
goes back to John.
Well, that's what I'm
Later
saying.
on.
But what happens when someone leaves a tire in the wood cell?
Well, I think that's just what's gonna happen. A lot of stuff's gonna end up in the woods.
Well,
Especially if it's around a house that nobody's living in and people don't realize we're not doing it anymore.
Oh, we still are.
The al- the
Well,
alternative,
yes, but
but Sandy, the alternative of this program is that it's going to continue. This year, we're up to 70 tons.
Mhm.
Next year, it's going to be 170.
right.
You
Oh, I
have-
realize
And of course,
that.
when we go to negotiate with waste management, whatever like that, how much we have to pay for tonnage like that, your rates are gonna go up.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, no matter, you're paying for it, so I think I'd rather pay as you go, and it might minimize a lot of it, so.
I think it'd be better.
What about the people who are residents, the summer people? Are they getting notified sometime about this? Because they're gonna put their trash out not knowing that they need a sticker.
We're gonna get a mail.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
The bulk mailing, I mean, they must have their forwarded to their, wherever they live, you know.
So it's gonna get
It'll go
mailed
to
to
their mailing.
property owners?
Same place the tax bills go to, so.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Point of clarity, please. You said a kitchen table and 4 chairs, that's 1 sticker. And presumably you can tell the men on the waste management truck, okay, there's a sticker that's good for these items. What about a dining room set?
Same thing.
Good. What about a living room set?
Then you
Sofa
know,
and 2 chairs.
No, those are separate items.
Well, okay, but
How do you,
How's
how about a
waste
bedroom
management-
set that has 2 bureaus and a nightstand?
How is waste management gonna know that it's not individual, that's what I'm wondering, because they'll leave it there and then the people
they'll
will
take
call
the
it,
table
they're
and
going,
leave
they
the
didn't take,
chairs. Yeah.
they took the table with the sticker and they left the 4 chairs or the 2 chair, whatever. I guess.
I'm not opposed to doing it, I just don't
I guess
understand
that's
how
a
we're gonna do
conversation
it.
we need to have with waste
One
management.
giant
I've asked the
trash
question,
bag.
how do we fix it then? I mean, get a little bit late in the game here,
It's-
so.
Every problem's gonna,
Every solution's gonna have
program's gonna have
problems.
some problems and glitches. It'll just have to be worked out as we go.
I just think if we let waste management know, but let Chevelle, like, if somebody has a kitchen table or a dining room set that basically has 4 chairs to it, whatever, take it all as 1 bulk sticker. If you have a love seat and then you have a sofa, as you can set 2 people and set 3 people over here, those are separate items that do 2 stickers. Because that's a bulk item in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, so. I have a lot of opinions, so. If anybody has a better way of doing it, please speak up.
Well, if a company picks up your mattress and box springs, they don't consider it a set that they're picking up. They charge you for each one.
And I don't see what has to be, I can see the mattress and people downsizing and stuff like that, but most generally, you buy a new mattress, the other company take one and they deliver it, take it for you. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. But anyhow, that's what the stickers will look like, and
One of the impetuses for the 2 free ones is when we voted back in March for our budget, the budget included weekly pickup and 2 bulk pickups. So if we started $10 immediately per item, then they're really paying twice. Once as part of their taxes and once again. So I think 2 items free is agreeable, and they'll all go through you, you'll have a list of residences and so forth. Okay. John?
Question, who's gonna be responsible for, when there are couches and stuff left on the side of the road that don't have stickers on, and they refuse to pick them up?
the homeowner, they're in front of
Code enforcement officer.
the people that have a couch in front of them like that. But they're there.
We'll have the chief check them for fingerprints.
The only way I can tell you that they're responsible. If somebody dumps in front of my house, it's my responsibility, whether I told them to do it or not. It's not be fair, but it's my responsibility because it's in front of my house, even though I didn't put it out there. Who's to say, I didn't say, hey, I know anybody mind bring it over, just drop it off, they'll take it.
If anybody has a problem with that, come down and see the photographs for what we cleaned up on our property.
Yeah.
We buy.
So, and I really think when it comes about pickup time, maybe we can talk to the chief, maybe the guys can do a little bit better, a little bit more, hey, I see unloading the truck, loading the stuff over here, you resident of Milton, if not, you wanna pick it back up and get out of town with it because we're gonna get you for a rock.
I mean, all of us who work during the day, you come home to a surprise. And my dogs aren't talking, they're not gonna tell me to talk at all.
But that's true now,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Why
that's
would
true
it
now, but next week, it's gonna be my burden that somebody dropped a mattress, a box spring, and a couch, and I'm looking at $30 for what? I didn't put any of this stuff out.
Well, I suggest you invest in a trail cam, that's what I have at my house, so I can see who's coming and going.
Why can't we do it like Rochester does? They're allowed to put out 1 bulk item a week.
They don't
We
have
can
the
answer that,
equipment
we've
to
done
pick
that.
that up.
Because we'll have to pay for that 2,500 for that truck to come here once a week.
Okay.
I
Answer
went
one,
down
didn't
that road too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So the trucks that come are not prepared to take bulk items every week, they're only prepared for household trash pickup.
That's why it's so costly, so we pay twice a year, say it's 2,500, I'm just throwing that number out here, for
Right.
that truck to come here twice a year. So when we had the extra 40 ton, they came here 5 days in a row.
Right.
So they could charge us 2,500 each day that they came here,
And
plus
they
the
didn't
2
do that.
people,
Right.
you know? And there was a couple days they sent 2 trucks in the same day.
I mean, that's not much different.
Oh, there's so
A lot of
much.
stuff.
It was a mess in town.
It was awful.
Rochester has enjoyed a sweetheart deal with Turnkey,
Right.
because it's in Rochester,
Yes.
okay? They got some perks for having all that trash in their lane.
That's true. That's true.
All right,
Recycle.
any more questions on that one? All right, let's move on to eviction notice.
Okay, the eviction notice you signed last month, the person is now gone. So we're gonna go board that up, burn it down. What are your wishes with that property now?
John, have you seen the one that we talked about
No,
over there, one?
we're gonna go down there.
Okay.
Anytime tomorrow, we need to go look at that, see if it's condemnable or not. We haven't done a walkthrough. That's up, we need to go walk through it and see if it's to be condemned or not.
At this point, we're waiting for code, we're waiting on the situation whether it should be condemned or not. If John says it should be condemned, now let's then mark it as condemned, and mark it and lock it up. And then we can dispose of it later or see what we're gonna do to get rid of it.
Are we gonna secure it tomorrow to begin with?
At least secure it.
But I think you're saying before secure it,
We need to go.
John Malone needs to look inside
Right.
and see how bad it is.
Good deal. All right, we'll move into the department heads and stuff. John Malone, you wanna go first?
Okay. We've had a couple of issues that we've had ongoing. And one of them, Rick and I have been taking care of, but it's landscaping in people's front yards, making the grade the wrong way. They're grading it right towards the road.
It's all in like some new construction
You know,
stuff.
I think we've got a handle on it. Rick and I have both been talking to the person that did it, and it's going to get corrected before he stops. So he keeps going back and working on it, but he seems not to understand what was needed. But I explained to him thoroughly today on the phone what we were looking for. I'll go back and look again, as soon as he gets done with it again. The second thing is, the DES has finally, after, a month or so, issued a statement to a person with a faulty septic system that was repaired on their own without anybody's knowledge. They just did it on their own. They finally have contacted the people, and they are in touch, and they are working with me to go through the process of getting a designer, getting a system put in, and then removing the old system, which never had a permit in the first place. So, ongoing. I have the fun job.
All right, Rick?
The plow stuff is about 85% done, the welding's about 95% done. John stopped by, checked out the process,
That's so
what we had
good.
going on with the sandblasting guy, over to see the plow, completely sandblasted, and he seen one with POR primer paint on it, which is industrial rust preventing paint. It's not cheap, but it's durable, it's like a poly paint. Goes on in 2 steps, but you get to see bare metal, got to see one prime, got to see one completely painted. And today they finished painting, Wendell finished painting the set of wings of the plow, so that stuff, the plow stuff is all done except for the arms. And a little bit more welding on one of the plow frames. The dump cart off the Terrastar, that started to be sandblasted last Friday. The guy's compressor acted up, so he'll be back Wednesday to finish that. That'll get painted also with the same stuff on the bottom, the POR paint. The heavy stuff underneath and the regular paint on the sides. New Durham's been working, we just like when the New Durham are working on possibly doing the same thing on their dirt section of the New Durham road that we're looking to do. Post it for 10 tons instead of 2 trucks. So I've been waiting, they met last Thursday, I didn't get a chance to get a call Donnie today, to get back with me, so I don't know where they landed on that yet. We've kind of held off on that, because if they do it on their end, that would save us 2 signs. We have to put one out on the Davis Cross Road and one out at the other end of that road, saying that it's Middleton section only, so I'll find out more about that as soon as I know which way they're going. We'll just get ours put up. I haven't put any of them up yet, reason being that we had some of that ordinance signed, but then we did some more work on it, so it had to be re-signed. I guess we signed one part of it one week, and then the other part of it so now I believe the whole ordinance is written the way we need it to be to cover, so if they pull someone over, everything's in there, spelled out, all the fines, everything. So we're in place to do that now, so that's gonna happen. And as soon as I post this one out here, you're gonna have phone calls right off the bat. I'm just gonna let you know that, so. But in all reality, the ordinance on that ridge road never changed. Even when you people agreed to bring that so it says no through trucking, you never changed your ordinance. So legally, that road's still been posted 10 ton this whole time. Unless you change your ordinance, you can't just go switching signs around. And when we got started working on the ordinance, that was still on there. So all we're really doing is going back to what the original ordinance was, which was missing what the penalties would be, other than a $100 fine. It required basically, nobody can tell how much the truck weighs, so now it just goes by what the truck is registered to haul. So your truck registered to haul 100,000 pounds, it's supposed to be hauling 20,000 pounds, well, you'll be looking at a fine of well over $3,000 according to that ordinance. So that's where I'm at on that. If you haven't seen the sign, you're gonna see it shortly, and you will start getting phone calls shortly after that goes up. Because there's one individual gonna wanna come home, and you don't have to be allowed to come home. But it's gonna have to be explained that next day to him or something, or he's gonna want an answer what he does from there. Because they're gonna go up during the day while he's out. When he comes back, they're gonna be there, so I don't know how you wanna address that. I'm hoping this is gonna kill a couple things right off the bat, that when we get ready to go back to mud season, and we post roads again, we'll be right back where we were again, with no place to plug stuff in or whatever, you know what I mean?
A year to take and address that problem.
We got it, so, this is being done because we've got residents calling too concerned with this trucking on this road. I mean, the agreement was they're gonna go one way, the other reason they're going both ways. We got them coming all the way from Newport, again, they come all the way across the dirt pile, right straight across here. So we're not only, when we post that dirt section of New Durham Road, we're not just protecting the dirt section of New Durham Road, they're protecting almost $240,000 worth of pavement that's from here to New Durham Road. So, it's a long thing, it's not just the dirt part, that's bringing concern because of the width and the depth of the pipes, but if you think about it, the pavement costs you more. And when they get there, they go right straight across, so that's the reason why I think we should do what we plan on doing. The signs aren't out, but they will be, and just want to give you a heads up. You're gonna have to address it somehow, and you'll have to be allowed to get out. I don't know how I want to give him a break for, if you want to give him a break or what. Hopefully he comes here, and we get to address it here, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we are on that. She had a thing there for a computer for me, I believe. We're gonna possibly get an approval on. Our computer, we've done everything to it. She had someone else try to do some work to it. I guess it's older than what I planned, than what I thought it was. So it's come to the point where if you try to get any of it, because everybody's doing everything by email, even the billings, doing the billing, Bird Tree Service into their bill by email. It took us almost 45 minutes just to get one invoice off the computer, so. We've tried everything we
Code
can.
Express.
I think it's time that we need one with your blessing. I guess we'll have one. And speaking of Birds, I had them come into town and they've looked at some stuff for me and kind of did them do the work. They've already done some work on Pinkham Road. They're gonna prune Silver Street from the Farmington Town line to the New Durham intersection. That's gonna be part of it. A section of Pleasant Valley Road's gonna be part of it. Piece of the dirt section. No, New Portsmouth, we gotta get rid of some good-sized trees that are just dead, and they're gonna land in the road down there any day now, so we gotta get them out of there. Trying to spend a decent amount of money out in there if I have to, but we do have to get in and out of there, and so don't GMTs and fire, so we have to take care of that. One of the things we just happened to think about the other day, when we got approached about all the staging and the lumber that's in the old town hall over there, we kind of been blessed with the highways gonna end up with that stuff. Mullen and everyone's proved that we end up with all that lumber. one of the things we was thinking about is, you had that block grant money, and I'm just running this by you. We've talked about putting an addition on the back of that highway garage for when the fire department goes over there for dispatch office or conference room, whatever. That may be something you might wanna think about. You've got all the lumber to do it with. You'll have pretty much all the metal to do it with. Once you take the metal off the building, you'll move that back, let this end metal, you move that over. But plenty of the studs and the plywood, enough of that. You have to have cement and some roofing, some wiring, maybe a little bit of plumbing and insulation and wall work. But as far as to frame it, you got everything you need. And the metal, you got most of that too, the roof. So haven't got any price off anybody, just wanted to run that by you. You thought, you put all that money in the building, it's not going anywhere. Actually, the fire department will be there, so it was a thought we had. Something you want me to get some numbers together on, I can work on it. Like I said, you got, that lumber's gotta go somewhere else too. When we get it out, it's gotta go somewhere, and, plywood is, you got to get it stored somewhere where it's dry or something, so.
Do we have a place for storage now when it comes out?
Just possibly, I might be able to get some of it in my storage trailer, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Once I get my snow tire and stuff out, I'll have room, but I'll need that room back eventually, you know what I mean? That's what we're contemplating now. There's gonna be more, I believe, than what we need, so we'll have to have a place to store some.
But if John said next week it's all gonna be removed, are we gonna put it in your barn?
Not in the barn, no. I can't put nothing in that barn right now. No, it'll have to be, if it has to be moved next week, which we're supposed to get with it, because we're involved in moving it, so it won't get moved till I know it's getting moved, because nobody else is gonna move it, by the sound of it, so. The guy over there said gravity is working for him. In other words, they were gonna throw it out the window. We're gonna use the forks from the loader. They had a fork truck over there when they did it before, so we're gonna do it with the forks from the loader. And they didn't say it had to be moved next week yet, so. But if it has to be, we'll have to store it in the trailer. For now, we'll have to move it again to get our tires out. It wouldn't be good planning for us for that to move right now. You know what I mean? And you know my opinion on that. We waited a long time. They can wait a little while, right?
Bert, there's an addition right now in the back of your highway building, partway down.
About half
Your
of it.
suggestion is to finish it.
Right.
Same depth, same
exact
height,
thing, yeah.
just that addition would go all the way down.
Right. Then you could take out some of that wall where that small break room is now, and you can make that into like a conference type room.
Yes.
And you can knock the wall out behind my office, and move my office back, and you could actually make that into somewhat of a conference room, tie that whole thing together.
Yeah.
Take out another subwall, you know? And it's not out there that far, I think it's 8 feet out, about 8 feet high. And I think you got like half of it done now, and it's like 30 feet. 30-foot addition, half of it's already been done before I got here. And that's where the oil room is too, but you have to have that now because of this new cleanup thing. That's part of the hazmat room, so. Other than that, that's about all I got, just these numbers, if there's something you think you wanna look into further, we can look into it further.
I'd like to comment about those plows. I'm not seeing the paint. Perhaps this analogy helps. If you want to refinish the table, you can buy a can of polyurethane and brush it on. You want 2 coats, brush it on. Or you can buy that stuff, it's like 50 coats at once. Pours out of the can, spreads out, and leaves a finish on the table. It's like this thick. That's what he's got on the plows. Okay? It's that nice.
It's good heavy stuff, let's
Yeah.
hope that it lasts, and we're working with abrasive stuff, so.
Two things. The guy with the trucks, I don't know all the details of this, but is this someone who's already aware of what's going on, or is it somebody maybe you could reach out to in advance and give him a heads up as to what?
Well, we
he's gonna
possibly
be
can
doing?
do that, I mentioned today, possibly putting something maybe on our website or something, just to let them know that we're gonna do it a little bit ahead of time, but
Maybe a direct contact with him to,
no, I'm not the guy to do that.
I realize that, I'm talking about the selectmen.
No, that would be,
Yeah, we could actually send an ordinance to them effective at this date, this is the new kind of ordinance affecting trucking in the town.
It might alleviate some of the shock.
Any questions, Pete? Come to the next meeting and
It's a good idea, I don't think it'll alleviate anything, but it's a good idea.
Well, it's a start. It may
Yes.
prevent him from running straight to the lawyer, I don't know. And one more thing, you're gonna be cleaning some trees down on New Portsmouth Road?
Yep.
Personal thing, there's one of the trees near the top of the road that's got a big hollow spot in it. If that's one of the ones you're taking down, instead of hauling it off to the sand pit or whatever, if you wanna drop it down on our property, if that's the one, I'd love to have that hollow spot for a planter.
I'll see if that's one of them, I'll check it out, go down and see. If we do, it'll be out in your front yard.
aren't you gonna grow pumpkins?
Make her buy a green sticker.
I'm saving the town money, they don't have to haul it so far if they bring it to me.
Do we have anything from, you all set, Rick?
Yeah, I'm all set, just let me know, you guys talk that over, you want to check anything else, let me know. We got we need some numbers. But
Do we have anything from the tax collector? or-
Yeah.
And she apologizes, she would have been here, she had a family thing, she had a emergency.
Lauren, you might know this only from conversations with her, but a number of months ago, she opened up her registration portion of her business to include off-highway recreational vehicles and something else. What's that?
Snowmobiles.
Okay. Has she received, seen an increase in business for that?
Yeah, word's still getting out that we do them, so. There was actually somebody in here today that saw that, and was like, oh, you do those now, great, do it all at once, and it's still getting out there.
I didn't have year to date, but last month, 2 hunting fishing licenses. 2 marriage licenses. Used to go fishing. 3 of the registration for boats, whatever, for $162, so hey, it's working. A total of last month was, the income was $190,600.65. Take a look at it, you also. Alright, for the record.
that should go up now, because you'll start finding the snowmobile people now that know, because she got that in after the snowmobile season, so you'll probably pick up some of that already, shortly.
Speaking of all that, the question that anybody can answer, maybe you, Rick, you have some knowledge of this. You ever spend time up in North Country, you'll notice that ATVs are allowed on some highways. Someone asked me if we should do that in Middle. Okay. I think the reason they do it up north is that you get from this trail to this trail, sometimes you have to go on a public road. Or if you need gas, you can pull into the gas station. I'm not sure that you can justify doing that in the middle. Are there even any ATV trails around here that are active?
Just Double's Den area, other than that, you gotta go over the main side, right? But up north, it's not just for that, for a four-wheel. You can drive your four-wheeler right down through downtown Berlin, pull it into the
Yeah,
Dunkin' Donuts,
okay,
we go. And in the wintertime, it's snowmobilers, you can do what you're saying, so many feet to a trailhead or to a gas station. But on a four-wheeler, just stare it on the road, keep right on going, and I think it's the roads that are under 35-mile-an-hour speed limit, you can ride on for quite some length. You can ride almost 6 miles out of Arrow on 26 headed to Scobie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, on a four-wheel. Register with a four-wheeler stick.
But is Middleton ready for this?
No.
I think so.
We ride ours,
There's
we
nothing
ride
here.
ours too far, we can get pulled over, we're 50 feet past the trailhead we used to get nailed around here, so.
There's no reason.
We don't have a
Changed
gas
now, though,
station
right?
I
here.
think we should have another ordinance to make that look more costly. All right, we'll move on to assessing, anything from Lloyd.
No, go for it.
planning board, Roger.
Joe? Meet this week. I don't know what you presented the last time I was not
I
here.
think we're just working on a few things like that. with-
Yeah, looks like, I hope she has the plan done, or the CIP. I hope she's got that all done, so we can sign that and get that into effect. After we do that, we're gonna hit the book over there. Senior moments. But the master plan, excuse me, we go through the master plan, catch that up. So, and then after that, we'll be all, planning board will be good to go. So,
Okay, while you're right here talking, we'll talk about cemetery, anything for that?
cemetery, John, how much did you evolve the last time I wasn't here for the cemetery stuff? Did you let them know that we are looking at one spot pretty much? We kind of ruled out the other spots on there. Tanglewood, we kind of ruled out. Because where we would have to go in, we'd have to go in over the wetland. So, and coming the other way through Lake Shore and all that other stuff is not a feasible idea to bring cemetery stuff down through there. So, the place we were looking at has wetland, definitely. So we'd have to go through the state to okay that to get in there.
Which part of Tanglewood are you saying has wetland? I know the lower section does, but I stood on that high ground and
The high ground's fine, it's getting into the high ground. We went, you know that, this place down here where it goes in? And where we would have to get permission to pass over their land to go in.
Yes.
As you go in there, if you walk in there, there's one big wet area. So, because we took a walk in there to see what was in there.
He's down 2 driveways further than we were.
Yeah, and I was told last month that we were lower
We were up on the hill.
down, but if
In
we
between.
went up, there was other people looking at that area for
Right.
that.
So, then we also, John recommended at the time that we take a look at this property down here. And I talked to the other John here about what we were looking at. That's the Crezio's property, that first lot, that's a 5-acre lot. That's all cleared and all stumped.
Corner of Pinkham and Kings Highway,
Yeah,
right?
pick that corner right there. It's a 5-acre lot, it's all cleared, all stumped. The only thing we'd have to do is probably go in and de-rock it. And de-rocking, I don't know what it's gonna cost, but we don't have to de-rock the whole thing. We could do like 1.5 acres and then have the other 3.5 acres. So we don't have to go nuts on this thing. But, we could have a coming in off of 153 and then coming back out of Pinkham, we could have a nice round type thing going that way, or going into Pinkham and coming back out onto the.
Is that the piece of land in behind the 3 lots that's right on 153 that's for sale?
It's right on 153,
So you have-
the first lot.
You have
There's
here, you
5
have
lots.
Pinkham, right, and you got this 1, 2, and 3,
Right.
and 4, and in behind you got one like that. Is that one, the one you're talking about?
There's only 3 lots on it.
Or whatever, is that the one behind you you're talking about?
No.
No, the one right here in the corner.
Be right here in the
Yeah,
corner,
so-
it should square it off. So. John called the guy up, called the real
153 and
estate.
Pinkham Road don't even intersect.
Huh?
It's Kings Highway.
So, John at the time called the realtor because we were checking into it. And we figured about 10,000 an acre and we hit it right on the button.
53,000.
Yeah, so, but we didn't tell him what we wanted to use it for. So, we're having another meeting here pretty soon. And maybe at this time we'll go ahead and call them up and let them know what we're using it for, and maybe we can go ahead.
And they're gonna sell it. How's that gonna affect his other properties that's there?
Off a couple of
Well,
blocks.
look at it this way, anybody who lives beside it, it's pretty quiet.
You won't be able to build that.
It's gonna be real quiet, you don't have to worry about the neighbors. So, but, that's what we're doing with the cemetery, so.
Half of us have cemeteries on our properties or next door anyway.
Yeah, and there's not saying that we ain't looking at any other properties too that, on town halls.
Have you guys looked at other town property that we have that?
John is in the process, gonna pull that up to the next slide.
Oh, no, he's not.
Is gonna, this meeting coming up here pretty soon, he's gonna pull that up. So, that's what we're in the cemetery doing. Oh, and the regulations for the cemetery are all gone through and done. We are still waiting for the individual to type that up so we can approve that. And we should be well on our way with everything for the cemetery.
Sandy, treasurer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an appointment tomorrow,
Okay.
but I did have a meeting with Justin. Told me he wanted to start making more money, more interest on our money. We haven't had an increase in 3 years. So he was taking it to the big guy in Rochester. So I should find out tomorrow.
Yeah, there's about $4.
Yeah, right.
Laura, how many in welfare, anything at all? Gotcha, yeah, I didn't like.
We have too many papers.
Are you looking?
Got it.
Okay.
Bingo.
Maria? Yeah.
In the month of August, there were 2 families that applied for assistance. 30% to budget. I have completed my school starter backpack program with the help of the Sons of Italy, Debbie O'Toole, Kathleen Delaney, Linda, Joanne. I was able to collect enough supplies to complete 12 packs at a job. 10 of which I have delivered to the school guidance department for distribution. And I have kept 2 in my office for further use.
Very cool. Alright, so, there's nobody here for conservation, so let's do that one. Anything for our zoning or emergency management, John?
Not on zoning, but John Clary and I attended a meeting Friday over at the Fire Academy in Concord relating to winter emergencies, winter weather. On the one hand, it was more how to become a meteorologist, which neither John or I were interested in. I wanted more of what to expect of different types of winter weather and how to prepare for them and so forth. They talked at length about the difference between sleet and freezing rain. I stole a line from our road agent about, you know, the difference between air temperature and road temperature, and they kind of looked at me and said, what's road temperature? So I knew we were in for a long day.
He did ask.
Really? Yeah. The rest of you, what's really important, make sure I'm saying this right, Rick. What's important when you're worried about salt and sand and so forth is the temperature of the road, not the air, because it's the road that you're traveling on. And if the road is freezing, then even if it's raining out, even if it's not freezing rain, just rain, it's gonna freeze on that surface.
Right.
Am I getting it correct?
It's black ice, yeah.
Yeah.
And that, as you know, that forms in a matter of minutes.
Yep. They did set up a couple of situations for us. The one that I enjoyed most was an ice storm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which as it turned out was real. happened a few years ago, but they broke us up into emergency management people, public safety, highway crew, there was a hospital crew, a school board crew, and we had to decide how we would react to them. That was worthwhile, right?
It was
Don, anything to add?
No, that was a good exercise.
So you didn't learn nothing about weather though.
Well,
John and I can
So
work
you
with
can't help me out
Channel
with the
9
winter weather
Right,
forecast.
Channel 9. It did seem that these people were FEMA, and it did seem they had a bit of an attitude towards the Weather Channel. We had to take a pre-test and a post-test, and one of the questions was, true or false? The National Weather Service names winter storms. They don't, the Weather Channel does. Like, I don't really care. They thought it was important. Anyway,
That's just in the slide.
I will add in passing that not only was I the oldest participant, I was older than the instructors who've been around forever giving this stuff. But I am glad I'm not emergency management director of, say, Tampa, okay, Miami, Houston. So,
They're working on for.
yeah. That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
See, I told you.
School board.
We haven't met since the last meeting here. Our meeting was Wednesday. The only thing different is the parks, the playground stuff. Open house is September 21st.
How well attended was the open house?
No, it hasn't happened yet.
The
It's
open
the
house then was
21st.
August 31st.
No, there was an open house for parents of kids who were attending. 21st is for us regular folk.
How much help did you have putting the playground equipment together?
I got there a little late. Well, that was part of my plan. And evidently they had started the day before because they had to put in I didn't want to do heavy lifting. They had to put in all the cement pads and stuff. So that stuff and a lot of the framework had been done the day before. There were a lot of people there.
A lot of new faces.
Yeah, people, and according to Kat, there were quite a number of teachers.
Yeah. Nice.
So a lot of the teachers made the commitment to
So
come in.
on
the day
Saturday,
of.
I had the opportunity to meet three of the gentlemen who were working on the playground with the concrete. They were from Vermont. And I met them Saturday late afternoon, as one stood around the corner and lined up on the walk by the corner. He decided that he was supposed to go on New Durham Road, but he's heading down Silver, took the right-hand turn and didn't make it. The trail pushed him up on the rocks. So,
I was one of them
He met her
guys.
by
yeah,
accident.
so I don't know how fast he's going, but it's kind of a lot of loose dirt there and stuff like that. Those trailer brakes I don't think work that great, but help momentum push them there. They got the trailer off and whatever after the Doug Vogel showed up and whatever, and they put the truck down off like that. Nothing leaking, everything worked. They took off driving the whole trailer, so see you later. Thanks for stopping by. So, but they're nice guys. I mean, they said, I asked them, I said, a lot of people show up. He says, yeah, they get about 40 people. They said, they thought, thrilled the day.
And a couple of little kids, raking and stuff, so it was nice. I posted pictures on my Facebook page.
There's a lot of pieces to it, I know that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And
A lot of pieces.
I think you offered to put the rocks back as soon as all the equipment's up.
Right, yeah, we will. There's one more tractor, John.
One more tractor to get out of there.
Take care of that, I guess, strongly, because the cars are parked in there now, so,
All right.
yeah. We'll take that, we'll take another piece back.
Alright, well, fire's not here, so we can't talk about that, and that's EMS, we can't talk about that, but, I'm gonna put you in the spot to talk to chief, so. Alright, police department.
I actually don't really have anything unless people want to hear some stats or anything, but I have
Okay.
them printed out. Well, we actually see here. We have 47 motor vehicle stops. We have a broke down for just to wait or not.
We could probably shoot it, probably 40 more.
We had a pretty good motor vehicle accident. Probably the best one we've had in a while, more to get to go there, so. Up on Kings Highway by the railroad line.
On your house.
By my house,
Yeah,
by Jaws,
Oh, by John.
yeah, by Jaws.
Everybody knows John.
You said the president had to be able to get out.
Yeah. been flying over to medical, with the medical.
Where did they get on?
That was the thing, we got to work with the fire department on that, there was some bickering going on between the, Wolfboro Fire Department and the fireman department, about who should be lifting her from where, and, but that's something that we'll let the fire chief and EMS people handle over there, not me. So,
So they eventually took over really good furniture, I think, in Farmington.
Farmington,
Oh,
information.
Well,
Do you have an update on the lights?
which
That's,
is,
the
I get
school lights,
that.
Oh, okay.
After
they've
that.
been ordered, okay, waiting for them to come in,
Okay.
okay? I have, electricians ready to install them, as they get here.
We haven't heard anything more from anybody, from the ones, from the ship or
No, they
anything.
should be anytime now.
Yeah. Are you gonna start doing more
so what's
out
that?
that, are you gonna start doing more patrolling out that way early in the morning?
I mean, we can, to be honest, people speed up there, but that's not our main problem in the town, so I try to get up there, but I would say Silver Street and probably down by the lake is probably one of the fastest. There's not a lot of kids getting on school buses and stuff up on that section,
Right,
but there are a lot more down the Silver Street by the lake.
right. I know we got a lot of flyers going right early in the morning.
Yeah, they definitely
6:30,
do.
4 or 7.
I'll try to get up there.
There's a white Chevy pickup about 7:30 every morning, goes speeding by my house. Oh, I'm sorry.
That wasn't nice, huh?
I don't know who he was talking about.
This week ago, we found it, there's numbers here, this is crazy. I gotta share this public. Wade Bartlett by himself, from January 1st to August 31st, has been a participant in 105 incidents. Assisted in some 5 different times instances, 2 arrests, 3 assisted arrests, 296 citations, 1 accident,
That's car stops.
and 35,
Oh, yeah, I know
and
that.
35 summonses.
I guess I
And
should,
that's a 5-time officer.
I guess I should consider myself lucky he didn't hit me with a summer.
Busy weekends around here.
So nothing ever happens around here, right?
Yeah.
Well, we need the police
He's got
department,
eagle
but nothing ever
eyes
happens.
though. He's got eagle eyes.
All right, so I guess the only thing, ACO, we have, you want to talk about your
Really use them, utilize them. Like I said, I'm in talks with Farmington and Milton about possibly doing some kind of a conjoined animal control officer. It's not that we don't have a need for them, we have a significant need for them, it's just that the gentleman we have now is usually not available when we call him, because of his job. So, it'd be a way to combine resources so we can get the cruiser help pay for the maintenance on the cruiser, get some better equipment, maybe get 1 or 2 people available to be ACO officers so we could have them on like an on-call basis. I sat down with Kraus and Drury and Farmington, both of them are interested in doing it, it's just something we have to wait until we see how things go with the budgets in March to find out if it's something we can put together, but it would help because we got a lot of animal complaints and goats and stuff from that type of mountain stuff, on the plains.
Goats and loose up paper now.
There goats on the mountain, that's normal, right?
He chased
That
up
was
horse,
goat season up here.
153,
Yeah, horse chases are high over there.
right by your house. He ran right in front of your house.
Horse?
Yeah, come right down in front of my house too.
Bingo, we didn't think of it.
Usually see moose running after sometimes.
Close the same thing.
Yeah, this starts at like 6:30.
Missed your turn, Doris.
Just in time.
Just to let you know, you know.
So you all set, Chief?
I'm good, that's all I have for now.
Oh, Chief Lawrence, welcome.
Nice, hey.
You're next on the Franklin
Oh, you're
Lawrence.
just in time.
Look at that, it was time.
No, we already skipped over
You know
you.
what time to show up.
We'll work things in way. So one of the things that we're looking at is looking at possibly changing building companies. Just feeling it out, see what they've got to say.
Going for the ambulance.
Correct.
Okay.
So there was an EMS consortium of 9 different towns. Big ones like Dover, Hampton, Milton, Farmington, Barrington, so a bunch of the bigger towns. We didn't get asked about it because we're at the edge of it. But What they did is they had 5 different building companies come in. Each of them pitched their own spiel. They took the top 3, enhanced management, this one here was the top.
What's Comstar part of that?
Comstar was like out of 5, I think they were like 5. So the gentleman from Connecticut, the salesman came up, met with Paul and I, dropped that off. And it seems like it's gonna be a good deal. One, they only wanna charge us 8%. So instead of Comstar charges us 10%. One of the things I like about the company is that anytime at the end of the day, you can go on their website, on our portal, and you can see who's been billed, who hasn't been billed, has been paid, has not been paid. It's quite a breakdown as far as what they offer. And they'll meet with us, they'll do whatever we want to do for sub, for rates, whatnot.
How does their success rate compare with the other companies?
Very well.
That's something we should probably take a look at. I mean, 2% is 2%.
Right.
So, and those start out costs or anything like that for us.
Nope.
I mean, that's like the biggest thing. They have to come in and put programs on computers to be able to access it.
It's all
whatever.
web-based. It's all web-based. And we will get that 2% if we sign up, I believe, for a 3-year contract. But they seem, and so if this is something that we choose, we have to give Comstar a 60-day notice. But in the meantime, they'll be more than willing to get all the paperwork started on their end of it, so that when the 60 days is ended, it's a transition.
So Comstar was just finished what they've already started, and anything new would start with these guys and just slowly fade away out.
Correct. Yeah. There was a problem before with Comstar and Medicaid, Medicare, I was getting confused.
No, you can't change anything. When we changed banks, we went from TD Bank to Profile, Medicaid cut us off of Medicare for 3 years. Because we didn't get their permission to change banks. So what I addressed to Bill, my concern is that if we change anything, are we gonna get, because it took Andrea and I don't know how many times we filled out the paperwork, which is like a 62-page packet. We did it like 5 or 6 times and kept getting denied and denied because we switched banks without them. So I'm just concerned that if we do this, we just got it back this year, collecting any money from our patients.
How much, and how much was that?
Money?
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot every month, but we didn't get any, but there's no total of what we lost out.
Okay.
They just didn't collect it, that's what I'm gathering. There's no way to recoup any of that.
Just so I'm clear, so this is a billing system, so we bill whoever we go out and pick up and.
At the ambulance.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. But they're willing, and they will guarantee that if anything gets dropped, that they will cover us for that amount.
Yeah, I'd like to see that more right before.
Absolutely. Yep.
No, I mean, look, I don't mind changes and stuff like that because it betters us and we make some money out of it, but I don't want to go back with it. And we lost 3 years of receivables,
Right.
you know, because we just changed the bank. I mean, how
And
do
every
we
time-
guarantee that's not going to happen here again, so.
Can't guarantee, well, they guarantee, and I'll get it in writing, that if any, in the transition time, if there's anything that's lost, they will front us that amount.
Let's see that, that's a big nut, but
Yeah.
put that out there, so.
But Comstar has always been, well, somewhat difficult to deal with getting answers and emails. I mean, I know you and Andrea filled up those forms how many times you and I did now.
Several. I don't wanna do that again. I mean, that took a lot of time. And a
So-
lot of certifying, a lot of faxing, copying, and going to having Profile up here 2-3 times because you need original documents from that. It was crazy. A waste of time. So, and we have right now about $98,000 in outstanding. Oh, what happened to all of that?
I don't say we must have lost a lot of money because we didn't get to collect no, even if they
Yeah,
had
but this is
Medicaid
stuff
or
we
anything.
have billed
Right.
that we haven't,
Right, but you
they
didn't get
haven't
to collect
collected yet.
some of the stuff, you lost even the Medicaid payments or whatever it is, they had it to cover the payment for the ambulance, you lost the rights for that too,
Mhm.
by switching back.
Yes. without their permission.
Wow.
That's why I don't know.
Well,
Must
right,
be
you-
some fine
you
print there
would
somewhere.
Reach out and say, is there gonna be an issue? We're thinking about changing.
When we changed base, we went through Comstar and they didn't know there was an issue, so I'm just, I
That's-
don't know, I would
that's
say
what-
that to these people that
And that's my problem, is that contract didn't know that there was.
they didn't. But how do you know, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know,
I'm
these
just
guys.
saying, that's a lot of money we lost.
Well, before we do any changes, that's gonna have to be addressed and checked into, because that's, no one does this for
And will they
years.
pick up the 98,000 that's still out there and,
Well, let me check on that, but I would almost think that if Comstar's the one billing for that 98,000, that's up to them to collect that 98,000.
some of this is like 10 years old and.
Right, and they'll work with us as far as who we want to go after, what limits we want to set.
10 years old, it's going right along.
We've written off quite a bit. Some of these are repeating bills that you just can't write them all off. And, you know,
So,
I guess the part of that billing that irritates me the most is not when a resident cannot afford to pay, I understand that. But what irks me is when a resident receives payment from their insurance company for the use of the ambulance ride. And they keep that money instead of turning it over to the town that provided the service, okay?
And that's something that this company, at the end of the day, at the end of every business day, they'll find out who got paid by their insurance company.
Yeah. Different subject. Chief Blodgett brought up just briefly, I don't want to get into all of it tonight, but for you, Chief, and any of your EMS people, do we need to talk about landing zones, helicopter landing zones as it pertains to?
They're gonna get mapped out, as well. Three different options that we have.
Do we need one in town?
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna have one?
Yeah, well, we have, the ball field is gonna be one. Got to get permission from Kurt down at the airstrip, which I approached him one day and he didn't have a problem with it. Having one down there.
Charlie Terrio.
You might have a problem if those signs are posted.
That's right.
Down the airfield. So, and then once in the winter time, is possibly having it at the highway time. That's all plowed up.
Over here, right?
Correct.
Something
That
about,
was always talked
yeah,
about.
something about the wires that you
John,
flag.
John Mullen, we were
For
going
the-
to, seeing you guys are doing a
Right.
new, we were gonna actually put
Always things on the wire.
the age, the circle,
Never did
the whole
that.
thing. And then go ahead and put the balls up on the telephone wires, half the telephone. And that was at one time, we were doing that at the school.
You want to keep that one?
You talking about the ball field, is there access to it?
We can get close.
Not the winter.
No, not in the winter time. The only place that we really after in the winter time is.
Well, it makes sense why you have three places like that. And I mean, the only place in the winter time is like over here at the highway garage, and all year round. There's one spot, you have to worry about three spots. I mean,
With the smaller
I would
towns.
think that it wouldn't take much to put those warning balls up on the high tension wires for the pilots to see. Like, yeah, if they had to have something like at night for a stroke, you know, for them to use, and that's what, that's what we can do.
It's nice to give them the option to have a couple of,
Yeah.
especially if this one, landing over here at nighttime would be hard. Even if we did put it on the market, because I think it's 100 feet.
Say, you have to make sure you had stuff parked out of, I would think out of it all the time, or even during the day.
Those helicopters don't take up a lot of space.
Well, I-
They don't take up a lot of space, but they need because of the wash.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that, and, you know,
That's what I'm just thinking, as far as, you know, we always have to be, you would always have to be cognizant of making sure that space is clear, you know, that's all.
At the time, John and I had discussed that with you, and you thought it was a good.
Well, I think it would work, like Martin saying too, you know, at nighttime is one thing, probably not there, and if we're out plowing, the parking lot isn't, we got a big inside, and I think Bill's idea about having a place for summer probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because once that town hall is back open, you wouldn't wanna have that as your priority spot, you want an alternate spot, because you never know what's gonna be in the parking lot at that time. And that fills up, I mean, you of that, so.
And you need a 100 by 100 foot area, and there's a fence now in the middle of the ball field, so that might throw that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the dimensions are now, but
No, they're pretty much the same.
with the fence that they just put
Oh,
up.
no, I meant the diameter for the birdie.
You can't get in the park anyway.
Down the road, you'll be able to dedicate, when you get that done, you'll be able to dedicate that area, because the way that whole design's laid out is at the center of that's gonna be a big open area, so that would be a good spot on the big road when you mean building down there, because the way it's laid out is for one zone, it's basically there. Which
Can
we
we
paid
talk a little bit,
to.
I'm sorry, can we talk a little about the ambulance and the conditions that? Sure.
As far as I know, went and got past inspection, but we have to look at replacing it at some point. And put the two tires on it.
So mechanically, it's running okay, it's just got a lot of age on it.
It needs something, but I can't remember what it is.
Sun Road,
When you hit the, is that what it is? When you hit the brakes, the steering wheel shakes? Okay, so,
Okay.
I'm like,
So it needs what?
Front Road is brake pads possibly, you know. I had my stuff down here being inspected today, so he mentioned that to me. I guess Paul was down there. with
Yeah,
it
because I
earlier.
drove it and I said something's not right. When you hit the brake, the whole steering wheel shakes. And I'm like, that's not normal. But he said it wasn't anything that wouldn't pass the inspection, nothing that they would, but yeah,
Yeah.
because they just put new tires on it. That's why it shakes.
It's got 31,000 miles on it.
I know, they seem kind of crazy talk about might get another ambulance for $30,000 on it, but
Well,
it's old,
It's 2000, it's 2000,
17 years old.
15 years old.
So, if we look at somewhat price-wise anywhere at all,
Not too much on it, but I can come back to the next meeting or something.
the reason I'm thinking this, I'm not one of these type of guys that want to spend money, but I get a feeling at some point we're gonna be stuck here. And we're gonna be in a spot, we're gonna have to make a decision that we don't need to make. We have like $70-some odd thousand now in the fund,
Yeah.
ambulance fund. We still have a significant amount of money right now in the fund balance as well. I think we have like $650,000 or more in that fund balance. We'd like to maintain $500,000 just to pay bills like that. And by this March, maybe we should put a warrant out that possibly that take whatever we can out of the fund balance, depending on the price of an ambulance with it's already in the reserve account, but maybe possible to purchase it something. And maybe look at maybe some trading value if there's anywhere on that thing worth.
Absolutely, I'll reach out to a bunch of
I
companies.
mean, it just seems like we have, that thing is used a lot here. I mean, yeah, we don't travel two, 3 miles and a shot and then the trip into the hospital, but it's not big trips, but it's constant.
Yep.
So, and I just don't want to see us get caught with outdated material like that. Somebody having problems with something not running, or we get onto a run and we have to cancel it, breaks down. I just get nervous about it. So.
There's nothing used a lot, so.
Our last one. the
But it's
guy
something that
down
we can
on,
look at
Ridge Road
going
Drive.
forward, so we do have the money in the fund balance, and we can do this, that possibly we may just bring it up as a warrant after the tax rate vote for them, so. And maybe hopefully they'll see the wisdom and will upgrade or do something new, so.
And you do a company that's gonna do your building for you, you start collecting your money like you should have been, you had 100,000 sitting right there.
Exactly.
So maybe this is all gonna be a good thing to sell with all that together, you know what I mean?
So. All the equipment we have in town, everything's great, except that one item is probably the most used out of the police guys that we have, and the plow trucks, you know?
That's
So, I
probably the
think-
most important vehicle.
You're right. I mean, they're all important, but,
But
that one is.
That one's like the
critical.
death, yeah.
So,
Just
all
make
right,
people
so,
put in it.
anything else you?
No,
No,
I'm
I
still
mean,
looking at.
In the front.
Our radios, our portable radios that we haven't updated in a long time. We're looking to try to get some more of those with what we've got. Obviously, they're about 20, they're about $2,000 a piece. We bring 2,500.
Do they have a leasing program?
So we can find that out. The last batch that we got was from a grant. That was a cheap before. So, we've got to find, we were doing mutual aid up in Brookfield, up in tunnel down there. mine died on it twice. So, those other people that had problems.
How old are those radios? My age?
They didn't have radio then yet. Marconi hadn't
That's true.
been born yet.
I want to say they're probably at least 8 years old,
How many?
probably 10.
You just went through some of your radios downstairs, right, chief?
Yeah, correct, got a couple,
And they're, that was right around, what, $5 grand?
yeah, $6 grand for two of them.
They're older than that.
I'm taking all his old ones and making some good ones.
You give him those extras? or
No, I'm the
Yeah,
one that got
we gave him a couple older ones that
I got
needed
20
some
of them.
work,
Yeah.
and then two that were like no good, but for
Yeah.
parts now,
From that, right?
So they'll be able to make 3 out of it?
3 or 2 or.
So you're all set with the ones that are down there? You-
Yeah, I told them to give you
Okay.
guys whatever they need.
If they called today, want to know if they can use parts off those to put on these
Yeah.
needed. We
They
didn't
called
want to
me.
see you, so they called you too hard.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. Rather than spending 1,500, we're gonna try to take all those he's got, and if we can get 3, fine. If we can get 2, we'll be good with that too.
All right, good. Recycling, love it. See, Milton recycles.
Not everything.
You can't say we don't. All right, anything else? Okay.
Joanne has something.
Well, they've got some more new business to do.
Okay, so there's nothing else out of department head and old business, we can move into new business, so go ahead, Joanne.
Middleton has a lot of good PR for putting the flags out on the utility poles. And of course, they get tattered through the years, and Laura was collecting them and wanting to dispose of them properly. So there was a flag retirement ceremony down in Dover at the Riverside Rest Home. Tony and I took the flags to one of their collection points, and then we went to the retirement ceremony. So I'll have some pictures that Laura can put on the Facebook or the town website or whatever you want to do with the pictures. It was very, very respectful, very moving ceremony. They brought out a lot of the veterans from the retirement home, and a tent set up for them to be under shelter. So, quite a fantastic thing, listening to the play taps and watching the burning of the flags. It was good. Also, you know that we sent out that 40-plus page packet of information to the cell phone provider companies. We waited and waited and get no response, so I sent off a letter with Roger to ask them to at least acknowledge receipt of our petitions to get cell coverage in town. We got a phone call from T-Mobile. I was not terribly impressed with the way she responded or what she responded with, but at least she did respond and knows now that we are very serious about getting some action. I expect to continue to stay in touch with that particular company. Today, Laura handed Roger a letter from AT&T, and this one is much more positive in tone. He said that he had some intervening family issues, which explains the delay in responding to us. But he said that our area has been under review and has been identified for future coverage enhancements. As part of a larger overall plan that is being completed, they'll know more in 2 or 3 months. Of course, they're not going to commit to yes or no at this point, but they're working on something. And he suggested that if we don't hear from him again within 60 days, that we contact him again to see what the situation is looking like. And I think that's a very positive response. If I don't hear something from the other 2 companies in the next couple of weeks or so, it's only been, I think, 10 days since I wrote. If I don't hear something in another week or 2, I'll contact them again and keep putting the pressure on them.
T-Mobile also did, the woman that we were talking to, she is the individual who actually makes the decision for the town. So, we have communications with her. I asked her I was talking to her, because Joanne talked to her and then put them on to me, and then I talked to her, I said, can we contact you back, like in next year sometime? She said, most definitely. So now we're getting, before when we used to always talk, we didn't have the individuals that we needed. Now we're getting the individuals that we need to start talking. So we're getting some real good positive feedback.
I want to keep over the AT&T's already get on board, see what they do. Tell them, maybe at T-Mobile that
Well, I did
AT&T's
get- I
looking
did get a
pretty serious
question.
about it.
And then tell them US Cellular's on here too, just tell them they're all getting hold of us.
Well, that's why I said, I got a question
Somebody
from
will step up.
the T-Mobile lady. She wanted to know if we had sent off the same packet of petitions to the other companies. I didn't want to respond yes or no. I'd rather keep her guessing. But I did say, well, it certainly makes sense that we would contact anybody who's interested in putting up equipment because we have a real issue here. He also mentioned too, in this letter from Mr. Smith, this is related. Anyway, he said that
Mr. Jones' cousin.
further helping our cause is knowing that the town, its first responders, and its residents would support a new facility. So, I think one of the problems they have with, in a lot of these companies is that, I don't want that tower in my backyard. Well, we've already told them we want the tower.
And you told me you have
Told the
specific.
space is already allocated.
They have the coordinates of the location, the elevation, and everything.
If you happen to see a T-Mobile, I tried to get, they're sending somebody out. T-Mobile sending somebody. I tried to get a ride with, to see if I could ride in the vehicle with them and talk to them, and fill their ear. But she kinda,
But they are
I
sending-
don't-
they
I
are
don't
sending
think-
research crew with them.
yeah, and I really don't think they want other companies knowing that they're sending their research crew out. So, but we will give them a call again, and we will keep on top of this as much as we can for you guys. Okay?
I appreciate all your work.
Yeah. Well,
So
go
who do
ahead.
we have the contract with? The cell phone tower, people that put the tower up?
Right, it's an independent,
So if any of them decide they wanna do it, they're gonna have to contact this tower company
No, we
to
don't
put
have
it
an
up?
open-ended contract with them, do we?
No, we don't.
So we don't have an open-ended contract. I mean, they've done nothing for a couple of years now. If T-Mobile comes and says, we want our own dedicated cell tower here, I'm not gonna say no to it. May not be the money that we
You
want.
sure about
but-
that contract?
Tell you the truth, when I was talking to the lady, I said, you know, you come in here and put a tower up and stuff like that, look at the money you're gonna be making here because you're gonna be putting, but I said, it's not just our town alone that is looking to put towers up. I said, those other police departments that you happen to get letters from in there are definitely looking to put towers up. I said it would be advantageous for you guys to come in and put your towers up, because then you make the money off of those towers that you're putting up. T-Mobile comes in and AT&T goes on it, well, AT&T's got to pay T-Mobile. So, and she said, you're absolutely right. I said, but I'm not right now going to give you any of the other people right now, not until I know what you guys are doing here. Now, if AT&T comes and puts up a tower in here, I'm going to let them know that New Durham's looking for one. What else? There was a couple other ones. I think Wakefield wants another one. So I'm going to let them know. I'm going to say, hey, go see these police department guys over there and see them about putting up towers. So, but right now it's us.
I'll take care of our own first.
Right.
All right, very cool, thank you.
One last thing, I did take a pretty good picture of the school playground, and it was published in the Granite Press. Pretty much almost every picture I send them, they do publish. They're really good about that.
Great, cool. Laura, you said something about the sign out front?
Yeah, the sign out front is not stable anymore. The one that we put the little letters and stuff on, yeah. We need to look at either reinforcing it or,
I
I mean, Kathleen said she went out there and it's literally shaking. We write the letters on it, so
That was,
windstorm.
that was put up when the Lions Club used to be in town. Myself, Ken Gary,
Dottie Reynolds.
Dottie Reynolds, yeah. I think you were over there.
Oh, yeah, I got the
It was
pictures of the
same
house.
We
year.
dug it up and put rocks in it.
What was that, about 50 years ago?
Yeah, it's been here for a long
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry, I meant 25.
No.
I'm sorry.
Changing the letter.
Well, just find out when the Lions Club started, you'll know when we put that sign up.
Wasn't there talk at one point about some kid that won an Eagle Scout, won an object or something like that? Or something, like a bulletin board or whatever, a year ago? Yeah, I know, I thought I had heard that at some point. Maybe.
I wonder whether an electric one would fit in with the character of Milton.
To be one of those ones with the arrow on it,
Big
that looks
LED?
like this.
Yeah, maybe you could change the message just by
Like
typing
what
on
they
it.
got down the
At
school.
right.
No,
Yep.
The one at Holy Rosary Credit Union that was recently hit by a car, that cost $20,000 to replace.
whoa,
Because somebody I know is on the board of directors. They don't.
that's a possibility,
That's
but you have to put the letters up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about one that you programmed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 20.
Oh, one of those?
grand, yeah.
Like with the back stuff?
When we do flashing and light ordinance, you can't disturb the night sky.
So you said it was 20,000 to repair
They
theirs?
had to replace
That's a
it.
good size
It was
sign.
20,000.
That's huge.
Yeah. Well,
They have
I'm
to
just
go
saying,
back
that's
to
the
your
only
car
one I know that
window,
was
they're like
replaced.
$50.
Be worth looking in online to see what we go for, whatever, but, I mean, something's gonna be done, that's for sure.
Anybody know what the sign cost for the school?
No, I didn't know.
The
Those-
nice
I
thing
don't-
about the school is it's, we've seen both
Yeah,
sides.
but I don't know, I think we should have a nicer sign than that.
What do you think about electric? Or neon, whatever,
Yeah.
LED now, I don't know.
For what?
Sign.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no.
Flashing lights saying Joe's Bar and Grill and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, come see Jill, first thing's free.
I mean, it'd be nice to have one that you didn't have to put letters on,
Right.
that don't get blown away and that kind of
It'd
thing.
be nice to have one that you can read on both sides,
Yeah.
Yes.
which right now we can't.
And move, you know, move it out like the way the municipal building sign is. Move that sign someplace
One
else.
frame, you have both of them in it,
Well,
you do it.
I'll bet we'll have to decide when that one falls over.
You watch the wheel get pushing on it.
You want us
Let me tomorrow. You want me to put the sign up there?
Rick, where's your chainsaw?
You're gonna be looking for rope marks.
I don't think it's worth repairing.
No.
I'll bet that's been there long enough that you can put all the supports up you want. I'll bet those posts are rotten.
Like I said, we had redug it because it was bad, and we put rocks and stuff in there. And just look when the Lions Club started, and that's when that baby went up.
Huh? Yep.
Matter of fact, Sandy was the one who found the letters for it.
Yeah, I'm the one found the guy that built it for us.
Yeah,
And then we had it facing one way.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
left and Mary Lee, Pearlie Lee, and somebody else went and turned the sign. Drove by the next day, was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I put down school life, but we already just that, so we
Yeah.
gotta go with that. Next thing is repurchase of town property.
Okay, so the property on Gary Road, the previous owner is looking to repurchase. So I have a letter from her attorney, and I just want you to be aware that they're trying to argue the 10% penalty cost. So
Must have just of their argument.
that's her primary residence,
I'm freezing.
That's not her primary residence.
but the house is empty, right?
Right.
So I just want you to know that if it comes to a legal battle, you'll be aware.
Tony.
I talked to Mitchell and they're like, if you have pictures of the building was empty and three of us went into the building and there was nobody living in it, then obviously it's not our primary residence.
And you do have 3 witnesses, you have pictures, correct?
But,
You have pictures and you have 3 witnesses?
yeah, there's three of us, someone wanted to change lots and I have pictures of the
So
empty.
it's you and Cleary
Cleary and then
and
Lester.
Lester?
The girls are freezing.
Alright,
So
so isn't Joanne?
Because the repurchase amount is gonna be $21,132.45, and they're gonna argue the $97,900.
Thank you. Thank
All right,
you.
well, why the argument of the 10% penalty?
Because the RSA says that if it's your primary
Yeah.
resident, we can waive that. So
And this
she's
is the
trying,
RSA that the attorney is asking?
that's the one that says that they can repurchase, that she's giving notice to repurchase.
Huh, that's fine.
There's an
Okay.
email that I have in my office that
Okay.
Debbie had
If
sent
there's
me
no
once.
idea.
No. But according to legal, if it was empty, that's not our primary residence. So,
So you added the legal cost to the cost of the town also?
yes. And that's the same property that we had with legal, because the neighbors that purchased the lot beside it, I guess that house is on their piece. So now that's no longer our problem. If she repurchases it, she'll have another issue.
Alright, you see what's going on there,
Girls.
Laurie?
So any money that we spent on that is included in that legal fee.
Alright,
So,
we'll just have to see how that one turns out. Alright, Jason, time of year again, 2018 budgets.
I'm just looking for like dates. I know we usually start October.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys just wanna put it in the background, but start thinking of dates that we want things submitted so we can do memos and stuff.
Yeah, I'll think about the time frame on that. We'll try and mirror like we did last year. Okay? So, I think it went pretty good, so.
Last year there was enough time?
Oh, yeah, I mean, every year we seem to be submitting in late and getting extensions to some of the budgets and like that, whatever. And last year was the first time we had actually done it on time,
Yeah.
ahead of time.
It does better if you like,
We do it in October,
Not-
finalize it in November like that, and then send them before the end of the year to the state, and they like that kind of stuff. Wow. All right, and is there anything else under new business for anybody? Okay, then you have to adjourn, because we have to go into a non-public, RSA 91-A:3.
So moved at 7:55.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Thank you. Thank you for coming, appreciate it.